Imagine standing on a rooftop, wind whipping at your cloak, a city sprawled below, and a monstrous shape looming in the distance. No time to think, just act. You pull the triggers, grappling hooks shoot out, and suddenly, you're flying. The ground drops away as you swing between buildings at breakneck speed. This is the fantasy of Attack on Titan, becoming a Titan-slaying acrobat, soaring with total freedom. The 3D maneuver gear turns soldiers into superheroes, zipping through cities with impossible agility. But here's the catch: fiction collides with physics. Could this gear actually work? More importantly, could you survive it? We're not talking about a gentle swing, this is high-velocity, bone-jarring acceleration. Every maneuver subjects the body to brutal forces. So, let's break it down. Can a human withstand the insane physics of the 3D maneuver gear, or is it pure anime magic? We'll dive into the mechanics, the speeds, and the invisible enemy. G-force. Time to put on our engineering hats and see if reality matches the dream. Let's get started. What is the 3D maneuver gear? It's a waist-mounted system anchoring to your center of mass. Hand grips control everything: firing, reeling, and gas propulsion. Twin hip pods house winches and steel cables tipped with grappling hooks. Fire a hook, the winch reels you in and you're swinging through the city. But swinging isn't enough. You need thrust. Compressed gas canisters blast you forward, letting you change direction or boost speed mid-air. Hooks pull, gas pushes. True three-dimensional movement. Fire, reel, blast, repeat. It's a dynamic dance requiring immense skill and a body that can take the punishment. The gear is a masterpiece of fictional engineering, built for one thing: high-speed, Titan-killing combat. But how fast are they really going? Just how fast are the scouts moving? Let's estimate. They clear 50-meter Titans in seconds, easily hitting 50-60 map, maybe more. That's highway speed, but in mid-air, dodging obstacles. Usain Bolt maxed out at 27 map, these soldiers double that, swinging and turning. Cheetahs hit 70 millimeters in a straight line. Scouts match that, but with wild maneuvers. The real danger isn't just speed, it's acceleration. Imagine being yanked from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, over and over. Every swing and boost is a violent jolt. Rapid changes in velocity mean massive acceleration, and that leads us to the real killer G-forces. Here's where the fantasy gets deadly. Acceleration creates G-forces, the invisible enemy. 1 G is normal gravity, 2 Gs, you feel twice your weight. Fighter pilots endure up to 9 Gs, risking blackout as blood drains from the brain. They wear G-suits and use special breathing to survive just a few seconds at those forces. Scouts. No suits, no training, just raw exposure. Their turns are sharper and more erratic than any jets. Instantaneous jolts could spike to 10, 15, even 20 Gs. At those levels, blackout is certain. Your brain's starved of oxygen before you finish the turn. Even the best trained humans can't handle this for more than a moment. The body simply can't keep up. And that's before we even talk about the mechanical stress. The G-forces alone would end the ride before it began. But let's see what happens if you somehow stay conscious. Suppose you resist blacking out. Your body still faces brutal forces. The harness anchors everything to your waist and thighs. In a hard turn, all that force slams into your spine. Your vertebrae aren't built for sideways multi-G punishment. The result? Catastrophic injury. Fractured vertebrae, ruptured discs, shattered pelvis. It's like a car crash every few seconds, from every direction. The human body simply isn't designed for this abuse. G-forces would knock you out. The harness would break you apart. Could a human survive? Not a chance, not without superhuman biology. The dream of flight meets the nightmare of physics, and reality wins. Previously, we explored the three-dimensional maneuver gear, a device that lets soldiers soar through the air with astonishing agility. But this freedom comes at a cost. Immense G-forces, the same forces that pin fighter pilots to their seats. Every sharp turn and sudden dive multiplies gravity's pull on the body. The human body, though resilient, has limits. High G-forces pull blood from the brain, causing grayouts, blackouts, or even unconsciousness. Yet, in the world of Attack on Titan, soldiers perform maneuvers that would incapacitate even the best trained pilots. The gear isn't just a tool, it's a constant battle against physics. Imagine the wildest roller coaster, but with no track and no predictable path. The maneuver gear throws the body in every direction, subjecting organs and bones to extreme chaotic forces. Our bodies evolved for life on the ground, built to handle the gentle pull of 1G, not the 10Gs or more seen in these maneuvers. The soldiers' feats are a testament to human spirit in fiction, but a harsh reminder of our real-world fragility. In reality, such stunts would push the body far beyond survivable limits. The world of the maneuver gear is a beautiful, brutal dance with the laws of nature. Training can only do so much. Biology and physics always have the final say. The story's heroes defy gravity, but in our world, gravity always wins. The spectacle is thrilling, but the science is unforgiving. The spine is our body's central pillar, designed for vertical support. The maneuver gear, however, subjects it to violent sideways forces. When a soldier swings, their body becomes a human pendulum, with the harness yanking the spine laterally. This isn't a gentle pull, it's a brutal, sudden force. The ligaments and discs would be stretched and compressed far beyond their limits. Even elite athletes suffer back injuries from far less. Here the forces are abrupt and many times greater. The spine isn't leading the motion, it's being flung by external anchors. In reality, such maneuvers would cause catastrophic spinal injuries on the first swing. The human spine simply can't withstand being pulled sideways at high velocity. The story shows effortless grace, but the physics would result in disaster. The real hero isn't the soldier. It's a spine that, in fiction, survives the impossible. In our world, the result would be instant, crippling failure. The maneuver gear's greatest enemy is the body it's meant to empower. Whiplash is a common injury in car accidents, caused by sudden violent head movement. The maneuver gear's rapid, erratic swings would subject the neck to constant, extreme whiplash. Each change in direction whips the head with tremendous force. Unlike pilots, these soldiers have no neck support, just a harness and hope. The neck would be exposed to multi-directional forces, risking fractures or spinal cord injury. In reality, such forces would cause unconsciousness or death almost instantly. The cinematic action is thrilling, but the real outcome would be grim. The neck is a fragile stem supporting the brain. Here, it would snap under the strain. Every maneuver would be a gamble with paralysis or worse. The story's drama hides the deadly consequences of defying physics. In truth, the first dramatic swing would likely be the last. The price of such movement is far higher than fiction admits. The maneuver gear's gas propulsion acts like a rocket delivering sudden, powerful bursts of speed. On screen, it's a puff of smoke and a surge forward. In reality, it's a violent jolt. The harness blasts the lower body forward, while the upper body and head lag behind. This creates a shearing force across the spine and organs. Internal organs, suspended by tissue, would slam against the body's walls. The brain would crash into the skull, risking severe concussion or worse. Each burst is a controlled explosion strapped to the user's back. Dozens of these shocks in a single battle would cause cumulative, devastating injuries. Chronic pain, internal bleeding, and neurological damage would be inevitable. The body isn't built to be a cannonball. The story shows precision and control. Reality would deliver trauma and collapse. The physical toll would be immediate and severe. Could humans adapt to the maneuver gear? Training helps, but only so much. Even elite pilots and athletes can't overcome the brutal physics at play. True survival would require advanced technology, a full-body exoskeleton, active dampening, and rigid support for the spine and neck. The gear would need to absorb shocks and protect every joint and organ. In reality, no amount of training could make the gear survivable as depicted. The crushing G-forces, spine-snapping swings, and violent acceleration would be instantly fatal. Yet, that's what makes the maneuver gear such compelling science fiction. It's just plausible enough to spark our imagination, even as it defies reality. The action is thrilling, the concept inspiring, and the questions it raises remind us of our own limits. The science may not be real, but the wonder it inspires certainly is.